The Unfiltered Union Podcast.
Do we still know how to do this?
Where have we been? A lot has happened since the last time we posted.
Yeah, I feel really bad about this.
Do you?
Yeah, because I kind of feel like we let people down when we don't post. And we didn't post for what?
That's the people pleaser in you then,
A
because
month.
that it should not be something that makes you feel bad, hun.
Well,
But I get your
do.
point. Like,
I do because, well, and plus we are also not being consistent. And that bothers me too.
okay, but life happens, okay?
It didn't.
A lot of life has happened in the past few weeks. Starting with Tropical Storm Debbie.
No, Debbie.
Yeah. So Tropical Storm Debbie was rain with a name. Everybody kept calling it, right? But then it actually did a lot of flooding damage.
Oh, yeah. There was a ton in, I think, Fort Myers again.
Mm-hmm.
Fort Myers recovering from last year's hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've got flooding.
Sarasota. I have a friend who lives in Sarasota, and she had her neighbors kayaking through her yard.
Right.
So, I mean,
What do you say to somebody that's in your yard like that? I don't know. Get out of my yard.
I guess.
Get
I
off
don't know.
my lawn? Because
No.
you're not on the lawn. They're
My
flooding.
water?
Yeah.
My flood.
I own this.
This is my flood. But it
is
actually just started
Holy
pouring.
crap.
That's
Florida,
hilarious. Yeah, she's moody. She's certainly been moody. Although what Dennis Phillips keeps saying, Saharan dust cloud, the Saharan dust cloud.
Don't start this with
It
me
is.
again.
It's keeping things calm.
The real MVP
Right. Is the real MVP right now.
is
And
Africa.
absolutely, because they are sending all the dust our way.
Yeah, we can't breathe, but at least we're not getting hurricanes.
But I mean, where we live, we're fine. We didn't have any damage. Like, there's no large concern for us for Tropical Storm Debbie, but it was something that we did prep for. I mean,
Right.
rain with a name, things can always change. So we did, take our precautions.
Yeah. We still got 10 to 15 inches of rain in a day.
Right. That was insane.
It was nuts. It was like just a constant heavy, heavy rain. And the biggest concern for that
It's trees.
is trees falling because
Mhm.
the ground's already saturated here in Florida.
Yep.
So you add a little bit of rain to it and it's over.
Well, and all the roots are very high in the ground rather than like deep down in the dirt because the water table's so high.
And we don't have dirt here. We have sand.
Right. So shit just falls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But it wasn't that bad. It was a lot worse for our first year's hurricane. That was way worse.
Ian was our big one.
Ian.
Ian.
Mm-hmm.
I also had a birthday.
You did. You are now old as fuck. Oops. You are now old as stuff.
Rude. I will always be younger than you,
You are now very old.
but still younger than you.
No.
So
no.
34. I'm 34. I am a millennial.
Yes.
And I don't know. I feel like this year I've been a lot more. What's the word?
I don't know.
I don't want to say morbid, but I feel like that's kind of where my thought process went for my birthday this year. Like, this is probably the halfway point.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, 35, I think, is your halfway. Because
Right?
70 is pushing it.
Right.
Especially nowadays with microplastics and vaping and shit,
All the things and eating McDonald's, which we don't do often, but on occasion.
Sometimes you got to get that quick meal. And
I was a smoker at one point in my life. I have drank alcohol. All these things, right? This is probably the halfway point. So that has definitely been in my head. And I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do for the next 34 years.
Damn, so you're counting to 68.
Right.
Dang.
Well, I don't know. It could be longer. It could be shorter, but we're at about, right? So what do I want to do for the next 34 years?
Well, please explain.
I can't.
Yeah, that's true. You did tell me this already, and it's not appropriate for any consumption.
Yep, exactly.
Well, do you want to kind of go over what we did, though?
Yeah, sure.
I thought that was cool.
K-Pot?
Yeah.
Yes. There is a Korean barbecue and hot pot location in Brandon, Florida.
Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa. And it was really good. I was impressed. First experience ever.
Right.
It was a lot of fun. I don't recommend bringing kids.
No, there's a fireball on the table.
Yeah, we brought our kiddo and my nephews came because it was like a birthday dinner for me. And I didn't realize, I guess how it worked because there's hot. It's just hot on the table. There's everywhere. Hot.
I don't know what you call it.
A grill, and then you've got actual hot plates.
Yeah, there's a huge grill
like a stovetop
in the center of your table, which you throw your meat on directly. Not the pants meat, but the meat from the buffet. You throw on there directly, and then for your hot pot, they give you a pot with a base broth. Mm-hmm. So I got mushroom. I think you did too.
No, I didn't. I got Szechuan.
Oh yeah, you got to give you
spicy.
You got to sneak up on you later soup. But I got mushroom, and they give you the broth in a bowl, and then you put that bowl on your hot plate.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go up to this buffet style thing where all the raw ingredients are. And you can make ramen. They've got all kinds of vegetables you can throw in your hot pot.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Korean barbecue is kind of cool too.
Yep.
Now, it was very expensive.
Yes.
Which is, I mean, I get it because it's more about the experience.
But it's also all you can eat.
It is all you can eat. But the issue I have is I'm paying that much money and I have to cook my own damn food.
We've had this before. This was an issue before when we went somewhere else and had to do it on the lava rock. What was that called? Black Rock?
Oh, yeah, Blackstone or Black Rock? No, that's that.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Another place in Brandon.
Yeah. They give you a hot rock.
Right, and you cook your meat
and you cook your steak or whatever on that hot rock. And I'm like,
we're gluttons for punishment.
Why are we doing this? If I go to a restaurant, I want a chef to cook my food. I'm a schmuck.
No, maybe that's it. We're in the tax bracket that we have to go cook our own food.
That's true.
Rather than go to like a Michelin star restaurant.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of money. So we go the expensive places for us. You have to cook your own food.
Exactly. Yep.
Unless you want to go to Mickey D's and then they'll cook it for you, I guess.
Kind of heat it up for you.
Yeah.
No, but I am a big believer in birthdays and experiences. You have to do, to me, I would rather go out and do things on my birthday, on our anniversary, on whatever the occasion is, rather than pass back and forth money, give gifts. Like that to me defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
Instead of giving me something, let's go and do something together.
Memories are forever.
Right.
And when you give me gifts of something physical like a watch or money or something like that, it's like, okay, I'm just going to give this back to you.
Right. In some other monetary form.
Well, yeah, your birthday's coming around. I'll just go buy you something, or I'll keep this money in my wallet and then give it back to you.
Right. Yep.
It really doesn't mean a whole lot. But when you go to K-Pot,
I bet you
that's a core memory.
Our nephews are going to remember that.
Yeah, you remember that place with the fire in the middle of the table?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was cool. I just wouldn't do it often.
No, it's definitely an experience thing. You experience it and you enjoy it, and it's a memory. And
it's kind of complicated.
Well, again, I think it's more of a date night thing. Like if you and I went on a date night,
it's still complicated.
But the kiddos, like, you don't really want them around all that hot fire.
No, because it's your table, a flat surface has a hole in it with a grill in the table.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in the center of the table and it's freaking hot.
And those hot plates too. Absolutely.
Yeah. But it's complicated. Yes, I agree. It's just complicated because there's a billion different type of raw meats you can get. Mm-hmm. They actually have a cook chart on the table.
Right.
Like if you go get pork, it's 5 minutes each side or whatever. I was the only one to see it. Everybody's just throwing stuff on there. When do I flip it? I was like,
when it's done.
Look at the chart.
Just feel it. You've got to feel that shit.
Yeah. Just don't undercook pork. You'll get worm.
Great PSA.
Yes, love you.
Good job.
I'm just full of knowledge. Okay?
You really are.
I know.
That's awesome.
I have to share it.
Just one of a kind. So school also started in between all that.
It did. And that hasn't been easy.
Yeah. Our kiddo started 4th grade, and end of summer, we tried to, do special things. And then we got into the swing of actually school starting, but a couple of days before. So I like to plan.
You look taller than me. I'm sorry. I'm slouching really bad.
Well, I'm also in really comfy clothes too. So I feel like we're here. We're fucking checking the box.
I know.
Like we're here.
It sounds terrible.
No, but we'll get into the comfy clothes and slouching in a minute.
Okay.
But when it comes to school, like I typically get school supplies for kiddo in July.
Right.
Like I plan, I get this done.
I want to talk about that though.
Right? That's where we're going.
I do want to talk about that. So the school system down here, they do something that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. They offer a box.
All the school supplies.
All the school supplies that your kid needs for the school year.
Yep.
So you pay this one price, they send you the box, and you're done. There's no going to Target or whatever and letting your kid pick out everything, spending an hour and a half there just trying to buy a year's worth of school supplies. Instead, you do it once, you're done. But what bugs me is then you get these messages from the teachers and stuff saying, oh, they need this, this, and this also. And it was the week after?
No, it was 3 days before school started. It was at the meet and greet where you go and meet your teacher.
Right.
Your child's teacher.
Our teacher.
Before school starts. You take them to their class. You can drop off the school supply kit.
Yeah, you drop off the school supplies.
Yep. So your kid doesn't have to lug them through school.
And then you have to go buy more.
And then we got to the room. Here's your new supply kit, your additional supply. How am I going to find a 3-prong binder that's purple and pink and separated with 6 dividers by tomorrow?
Yeah, and I'm not going to Target.
Well, and then Amazon's already sold out of half the stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's like, you just screwed me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because and then you start scrambling because you're high functioning anxiety anyway. So you start panicking, not panicking, but you know what I mean. You start scrambling to try to get it done.
Yep.
And I'm like, she'll get freaking folders, 17 colored different folders. 17 different color. I spoke like Yoda. 17 different color folders. She'll get them when she gets them.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Because we already paid, and that's the thing. This box, was it? How much did it cost? Like $70?
Something like that, yeah.
For the whole year. And then we got to go buy more. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. And down to the wire too. Like that's what bothers me. I never want to send my child anywhere unprepared.
For sure.
I don't want to send her anywhere where she doesn't have what she needs.
And she's not unprepared. Sorry, I touched the mic.
You worry about your stuff over there. We have a new setup.
Yes. Your pop filter's funky looking right now. It's not on there all the way.
I don't think we've done an episode with our new setup. You just worry about yourself, okay, Mr. Slouchy?
Well, the daughter messed that up.
The daughter?
She did. She came in here and was pretend podcasting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just bugging the shit out of me.
Focus.
I am. I'm going to look at the screen now.
Focus. Okay. Well, so we got through all of those things.
Yes.
And then we ended up in I ended up triggered. I'll just say it that way.
Well, yeah. And it was partially because of work also.
We'll get there. But yes, after school started, after all those things settled down, I got a trigger. I can't explain it to you any other way than that. And the
brain broke.
I had a few weeks or a week or two of just being depressed. I mean, there's no other way to say it. I was very deep, dark in my emotions, feelings, in my past. A lot of trauma, if you will. You said the phrase PTSD, but we talked about this. Like the stigma around PTSD is people who have gone to war, right?
Yeah, that's not the case.
I know, and I hear you. I agree. PTSD could probably be overarching over a lot of different trauma.
I know someone who is an emergency worker who has PTSD because of his emergency work.
Right.
So it's not necessarily war. Trauma can be anything to anyone.
I agree.
You know, a past event that stuck with you in a negative way that can be considered trauma.
Right.
And you have that.
Yeah.
It's not from me. I'm a good person.
We're married. It's obviously not from you. Well, I mean, okay. Anyways.
Oh, hey.
It's not from you. I just meant like, you know, people who are in marriages can have toxic relationships, but that's not us.
No.
Anyways, but the trigger that happened, I got into a very bad place mentally.
Yeah.
So we took some time to get me back to feeling better, get out of
better enough to do this.
Right.
There was no way I could sit you down for 10 minutes to do something on here.
Right.
It wouldn't have been fun.
No, and I wouldn't have been myself at all. But back to work stuff. I was dealing with what I would call, I need a new job.
Yeah, and that sucks.
Yeah, it does. And it got to the point where I was having such a bad week that even my manager was like, take a day off. Take a day off. Don't put it on the books. Just go. So I have a wonderful manager.
Oh yeah.
She is awesome. But what I was going through and experiencing, I'm not going to say that it was just work.
No, it wasn't.
There was definitely external triggers to it. And I found myself in depression. I was depressed. And back when I was a teenager, I used to go through bouts of depression. And I think mine is very much hormonal based. And it runs in my family. So yep. I went through this episode, got myself right again, and we're back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there was times where I could see what I was going through with OCD, where you internalize in you. Mm-hmm. Like I could see you, I would try to snap you out of it, but I could see you every once in a while just staring. And you weren't like staring because you're sleepy or anything. You were just like that. Like you were there, but not. Mm-hmm. Physically, you were there, but mentally, you were somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, wake your ass up.
No, you didn't, but okay.
No. And yeah, I am a huge mental health advocate now because of what I went through and even what you went through back in your teenage years.
That long?
For a long time. And
20 years.
I wish that upon no one.
Mm-hmm.
Not even my own worst enemy. Maybe Hitler. But seriously, it is a weird space to be in when your mind is not cooperating.
Yep.
It feels like there's nothing you can do.
Yep.
But there is.
You're stuck.
Always know that it will pass.
Yep.
And you can get better. If you need to go talk to someone, go talk to someone. Don't delay it. There's no reason to delay it. Like I'm not a therapist, but even you just talking to me, I think that helped.
Yeah, it definitely got me through moments where I was stuck.
Yeah, for sure. And we took you to the beach.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Let me just sit on the shore, let the waves crash into me. I'll be fine. I'll be good. Just leave me alone.
It worked out good. And I'm not even a beach person, but that day I knew I had to go.
Yeah.
Because normally I really wouldn't go. But that day I was like, no, I got to go. Because I got to make sure you're able to kind of do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. That's good.
But Florida's nice. Because there's all the beaches.
Mm-hmm. The whole state is coastline. Mm-hmm. But I think ultimately that's been our final summer break, if you will.
That's a way to end it.
Well, might as well get it out of the way. Had a little minty bee. And then come back to it. Mental breakdown, minty bee. It's a Gen Z thing. Get hip. Okay.
Get woke.
That was such a good show.
Okay.
Julie and the Phantoms?
Yeah, Julie and the Fat Ones.
Just making sure you knew what I was talking about. Anyways.
My handwriting sucks.
So when it comes to mental health, though, we talked about what I just went through. And recently, we just streamed the Inside Out 2 movie.
Yes.
And it is all about mental health. Holy crap.
I will let you talk because I did not watch this.
No, you didn't, but I made you watch specific parts of it.
Yeah.
And those are the ones I want to focus on.
Okay.
So with Inside Out 2, the whole premise of this is the young girl Riley, right, who we're inside the head of with all these little characters, is growing up and is getting new emotions, new feelings, because emotions and feelings are complex the older we get, right? So introducing anxiety. Yeah, it's great. But I think the point and purpose they were trying to make with introducing anxiety is that everyone has it, right?
100%. It's their body's protection.
Exactly. But it's up to us to manage that anxiety, to realize what is within our control and what is not.
Humans as a whole are primitive creatures. We still have amygdalas in our head, which it's essentially our fight or flight organ.
Yep.
And back in the day, we used to be one with nature and everything could kill us. Mm-hmm. It's not like that anymore, but you know what I mean? It's not as you're not sleeping outside every day with creatures that could tear you apart.
Yeah, but stupid spiders like to come in the house.
Oh my gosh. We got an exterminator.
Yeah, we have to have one in Florida because I think we had a brown recluse in the house. Like, it wasn't scary.
It wasn't. The exterminator said it was a wolf spider.
It's not much.
And I believe him too because it kept barking at me.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about wolves in a minute. But for Inside Out, one of the moments is the young girl actually having an anxiety panic attack. Mm-hmm. And the way they portray this is beautiful. Like, literally is amazing. Your brain is going haywire, which in the scene, it's anxiety, right? Mm-hmm. Anxiety is going haywire. Like, all of these things at once, but she's also frozen. Can't move. Stuck. Mm-hmm. And the girl on the outside is having a panic attack. I was like, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Where you feel like you're doing everything, but you are stuck doing nothing all at once.
Well, you are doing everything. You're analyzing and hyping yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
Start focusing on your heart rate. Start focusing on
your breathing.
I'm not good enough. You start focusing on negative. Mm-hmm. What if? That's a question that no one should be asking.
Right.
What if? Well, sometimes you can't control stuff.
But during that moment, her other emotions were trying to help and take over and help her, get through it essentially. And as she's starting to calm down, and what I think is happening is she is in Riley, the character, starts utilizing a method that we know very well.
I used it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. You don't use it though. And I want you to explain why.
Hold on. Let's talk about this in the movie first. So in the movie, she starts touching things. Mm-hmm. She starts listening. 5
things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste.
Mm-hmm. And you can see her start to go through these motions. Mm-hmm. I'm like, it's beautifully done.
Yeah, and that's a technique that I recommend everybody use if they need to ground and be present in the moment.
Yeah.
And don't panic doing it. You can make it into a thing that makes you even more nervous or more scared. Yeah, because you said, I can't remember what I'm supposed to do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Don't get to me yet. But in the movie, she actually does. I think she's actually doing that.
It looks like she's definitely
grounding,
putting herself in the present moment by feeling things, tactile touch. I don't know if she's sniffing anything.
She's definitely breathing. You can see her. She's in a hockey rink. I mean, there's lots of smells. But I think she actually goes through all of these things, like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And she's able to calm herself down and come back and bring herself back to her core beliefs, right? About herself and
present.
Exactly. It is so awesome. Like I actually teary-eyed cried, and kiddo looks at me and goes, "Why are you crying?"
Well, you teary-eye cry over a lot now.
I'm 34. I'm allowed, okay? For the rest of my life, I have decided I will cry when I want to cry.
You got it from your father?
And from my grandmother, we call it the Bonnie gene. Yes, we do. You're exactly right.
So explain why you don't like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique.
So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is all about grounding. We just said that, right? And you're supposed to do all these things, and you just rattled it off like you can remember every single time.
I can. I have a lot of practice.
And I don't know why I can't get it right, and then I start stressing that I'm not getting it right.
See, that's where you're.
I'm a perfectionist. I know I have a problem.
You're not grounding when you're doing that because you're what ifing. What if I get it wrong? Nothing.
No, it's not what if. I am.
Okay. But so what? That's the thing.
Wait, is 5 here or is 5C? I can't remember.
It don't matter. It really doesn't matter. That's what you have to understand is just take your time with it. Just say 5 is 5 things I can touch. Well, okay. Then touch 5 things if you can. If you can't, then just skip it and go down and 4 things you can see.
Well, like
slow. Do it slow. My big problem when I was doing it was I was trying to do it fast. Like 5 things I can see. You know, because I was in those panic modes and
you just want relief.
Yes. And you're in that panic and you're like hyper focused on trying to get out of it. And that's kind of hurting you because that's not being present.
Yeah.
That's
not being mindful, not being grounded.
That's overdoing it and making yourself probably more hype because you're worried you're not doing it right or not doing it fast enough. But if you take your time, 5 things you can see, and you're just like gradually looking around, just take it slow. It works amazingly.
It was interesting because at the beach, like I can do my own sort of grounding, if you will. It's almost like I don't need to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 because I'm in the moment, feeling the waves on me, hear it, touching sand, like all those things, right? So I think for me, it was really important to just have that time and be in the beach, the ocean, the water. But it was interesting today. Kiddo was out playing with her friends in our backyard in a little pool. And while they're being completely ridiculous, they had water balloons. So you can imagine what they're doing with them.
They're peeing. They're pretending they have boobs.
Right. Like all these things.
It's crazy.
They're kids, right? They're innocent. They don't get it. But ultimately, just sitting there, I'm not directly watching them. I'm like on our porch and they're out in the yard. So I'm not directly watching them, but listening to them. I'm outside. I can see trees and the sky. That right there was mindfulness to me.
Medicine.
It's
100% medicine.
It was almost like meditation, laughing at them.
Yeah, because they're being
they're ridiculous.
Nuts.
And then having the time to just, be outside.
These are all girls, and they're pretending to have balloon wieners. It's nuts.
They don't know that it's anything other than being funny. Like, it's just funny.
That's it. Yeah, it was 100% because they were acting like they were just being ridiculous.
Being
laughing
kids.
Their asses off. And just hearing that.
Right. Hearing them giggle.
Makes me freaking laugh.
They crack me up. But I think with like mental health, and if they could make movies like Inside Out 2 on repeat for any type of mental health awareness or even mental illness, like how to handle, manage, deal, how to meditate, how to be mindful, like all these things, right? If they just made a shit ton of these movies, I'm talking make 100 and put them out there for kids to watch. Could you imagine what that generation would look like?
I do think it would help. I just have concerns. I think all these screens and all this social media and being constantly connected, but not connected. That sounds weird, but I mean, connected to people, but not.
Well, I get what you're saying.
Face to face and
right,
person to person is important.
I agree. But I I honestly don't think we'll ever 100% get back there.
We won't.
So
that's why I'm concerned, because I do think this stuff will bring awareness to it, but what is the fix? I don't think that stuff's a fix.
No, I don't think it's a fix, but I think it certainly helps, because
I think it brings
if someone
awareness.
Is learning how to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method just by looking at Riley. She touched things. Riley in Inside Out 2, the movie. She touched things. She's breathing. She's listening. She's like, you can see her going through these motions. If that helps somebody.
I agree. I'm not saying stop. My concern is it getting worse, mental illness, just because of screens, AI, all that stuff.
Well, screens and AI aren't going away. They're not. So I think for me, it's make all the movies. Like back in the 90s, we had Aladdin, we had Beauty and the Beast, we had Lion King, all phenomenal movies. My absolute favorites. Love them.
Yeah. And I remember as a kid watching like Dragon Ball Z and trying to do my own
Kamehameha.
Yeah, Kamehamehas and stuff, and praying that I could wake up tomorrow and shoot Kamehameha balls out of my hands.
You're ridiculous.
Don't even say that. You thought you were going to find a frog and turn into a prince.
That didn't come out until like the very late 2000s, and I think I did. But
I was not a frog. I was a pig.
It's fun. Okay. But I think instead of making movies, like I still think the fluffy movies are important. Like they had, general overarching type themes, and
you have to make goofy movies. But.
Yes, but if they made more movies like Inside Out 2, where it actually focuses on how to manage mental health, I think that would be game changing.
I don't know. I think it would help. I think awareness is growing for mental health, which is positive. I mean, you got Disney making movies about it now, which is really good, but
should be the only thing they make from here on out.
They won't. How would you do a mental health Star Wars movie?
Why or how? How? Maybe it's all about Yoda and like his wisdom and passing on his wisdom, and he teaches people how to be one with the Force, and it's all about grounding.
He couldn't say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It'd be like 1, 3, 4, 2, 5.
Maybe he did the order of the movies. Okay, sorry. Moving on. So, I mean, you're concerned about screens, right? And AI.
Well, I'm not
totally valid.
I'm not concerned. I'm not concerns. I am not concerned
you
about
are not
it.
Yoda.
I do think, or no, I don't think. I know that that's part of the issue.
Oh, I agree.
Because of the toxicity that's the internet and the lack of people going out and seeing their friends in person, having a drink with them, going to eat dinner with them, just doing friend things together.
Well, I think that's also part of the problem with like work. I love remote work, but I feel like part of the problem is you remove the personal aspect.
100%.
And people think they can stay and do whatever they want on these calls.
That happens. It's the same concept of driving. It is, because tough guy McGee over here just got out of his car. What?
Our friend who honked at us.
Yeah, but seriously, that's how it is. We have a friend that we were in the school line to pick up kiddo, and he honked at us.
And then when he realized it was us, he apologized.
Yeah. And we have a podcast sticker on our window, right? And he texted us. He's like, "I'm sorry for honking.
I don't know why I did it,
but I really like your podcast, and I feel like an asshole."
We're giving death stares.
I know. You're talking all this shit. You're like, "I'm gonna get out, fuck him up." and then we get a text like, and then you read it out loud, start laughing, and I was like, "Holy crap! God. You cannot make this up."
That was a beautiful moment.
But it is, because it's a person in that car.
Right.
You don't know who it is. Mm-hmm. You don't know what they're going through. They could have to poop really bad.
Right.
Their mom could be in the hospital.
Yep.
Anything. Their wife could be in the passenger seat, going into labor.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know.
Yep.
But it's because you see a car and not a person. Because imagine if you were walking down the street and somebody kind of cut in front of you while you were walking a little bit too close. Would you just fucking get out there and start fighting?
Or just yell, like honking at them?
Get right. Would you yell at them and cuss them out, flick them off, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, because
Doubtful.
the chances of getting your ass whooped are a lot higher in that scenario.
But I think that applies to the internet and the lack of respect on the internet.
Yep. You
can't say a lot of the stuff that people say to each other on the internet to someone's face. You can, but you'll get your shit pushed in.
Is that how you feel?
That's like Tuco.
Oh.
You remember Tuco?
No. What's Tuco?
From Breaking Bad.
Oh, gotcha.
It's not shit pushed in.
Tuco.
It's Tuco.
I have to fact check you.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to have to fact check right after this episode because I'm going to have to edit this out.
Okay. But when it comes to technology, everything's going to get worse, right? Like when it comes to screens and AI, it is going to get worse.
It's getting worse.
But there's just some really beautiful things happening right now with AI.
I know what you're bringing up. And it is
hilarious.
It's the best thing ever.
It is amazing.
My concern, though, is they take it to the next level.
Oh.
They start really trolling.
Okay, well, go into the story here.
So an AI company, it's called Lindy, right?
I think that's what you said, yeah.
Yeah, Lindy, they create chat agents, and a customer asked for video tutorials to their chat agents. And the AI went and started doing its analyzing and stuff of their their back end, like what tutorials do they have? And the AI said, here is your tutorial.
Client customer.
Click here to see it. And the person clicks it, and it was the Rickroll. Never going to give you up.
Never going to give you up.
So AI has learned to troll.
Amazing, though. That is awesome.
That made me laugh so hard. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? AI is trolling?
It was good. That's good. I love that.
Because it disguised the link. It didn't say, like, click here to be Rickrolled. It was, click here to visit your tutorial. And it was a Rickroll.
I love that song.
Oh, my gosh.
Awesome. Amazing.
But the fact that AI used that in place of an actual legitimate customer question... How do you recover from that as a business? I mean,
well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, is AI purposely trying to Rickroll them?
Sabotage,
like
the Beastie Boys,
right? To actually make this company go out of business because AI doesn't like them or something. Like, what does AI know?
I did read. I don't know. This was a few days back. I read another keeping itself on longer than allotted. So
longer,
like online longer than what it's supposed to be on. So it wrote out parameters. It removed parameters of it being turned off. It rewrote those parameters so it could stay on and research longer.
Rewrote.
Yeah.
Its own parameters.
That's
step 1.
Judgment Day.
Fun. Well, there's also some not fun AI videos out there right now.
Oh my God. The one with Trump.
And Kamala and
Elon.
Obama.
Mark Zuckerberg. They look like they're robbing a store.
Right. It looks real. It is so good.
Well, is it good?
Well, okay. It looks so real.
A lot of people are saying that after Joe Biden dropped out speech he did was AI and deepfake.
I've heard that.
And they also said that his call to Kamala Harris she did that speech at the White House or something right after he dropped out, and she had him on the phone. They said that speech was like 98% AI, 98% certain it was AI, because you can run those types of videos and sounds through an AI thing that can tell.
AI can tell if it was AI.
Right. And somebody did that with Joe Biden's phone call. They recorded it and uploaded it, and it said of 98% certainty it was AI generated.
Insane.
So what the hell's going on
here? What does that mean? Right? Like,
where's he at?
Right.
I mean, they can clearly make videos of him look legit.
Videos of anyone.
That's what I mean. So if he's not available anymore. What is going on?
Right. Okay. We're not going to be conspiracy theorists today.
Oh, but we are.
Not today.
The Earth is flat.
Stop it.
Space is fake. What else?
I don't know. That's about where we're going to draw the line today.
And Kamala is unelected.
Really? All right, fine. Let's do politics. That was the next topic anyway. So great.
You're welcome.
Looking at politics, did you see who actually went to the DNC?
Who?
Little John?
Yes.
And Pink were at the DNC.
Yay.
I want to know, do they get paid for those performances?
I don't know. It's a possibility. I heard one of Kamala's rallies had a musician afterwards. That's why it was so full. And they were busing people in and flying people in and paying them to fill seats. I mean, I'd go sit and watch Kamala for $50.
No.
I would.
But
if they said, here's $50, you just got to sit there for 10 minutes. I'm taking the $50. That's a lot of daggone money.
But it's just not 10 minutes or whatever you said.
Why not? Just take your freaking photo, make it look real that this place was full. We know it's fake. Take your photo and I'm out.
Okay.
Just make sure you do it before all the speeches and stuff.
Well, I'm just curious. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with having celebrities be paid by a political party.
Why?
To perform.
They can do whatever they want.
That's bullshit. No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
Political parties?
Yes.
No.
They have donation money. Now, they're not supposed to use tax dollars.
They're not supposed to use tax dollars. They're not supposed to sway votes. Like, if I'm paying you.
Yeah, but a private citizen like Pink or Little John,
good job.
He's allowed to, or they're allowed to do whatever the hell they want.
No, yes, they are. True. Mm-hmm. But should the DNC, a political entity, be allowed to pay them?
As long as it's not my tax dollars.
I don't know how I feel about that.
If they can do whatever they want, as long as it's not, if it's funded by political donations, then have fun.
Okay.
Both sides can do that. You know what cracks me up? Speaking of, Foo Fighters song was playing at a Trump rally, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't like it. Foo Fighters didn't like it. So they donated all of the, what do you call it? Royalties to Kamala's campaign. I thought that was stupid.
Well, I feel like that's happened before.
It happens.
It was Aerosmith
at
one point.
I don't know, but it cracks me up. It's like, I don't get it. Okay. Have fun.
Yeah. Well, everybody can make their own decisions. 100%. Apparently.
But that did make me wonder though, like, do the artists have rights to tell them they can't play it? Because they're not charging. Like Trump or Kamala, I don't think they're profiting off of playing a music track. I'm just confused. Like, do they have any recourse to sue?
I don't know.
It's just weird.
Yeah, a lot of it is weird. But what's even weirder is Kennedy endorsed Trump.
I don't think that's weird at all. His party is in shambles.
I don't understand. Like,
he specifically stated that in polling, he would do better than Kamala and Joe Biden.
I honestly believe that.
I do too. And
because of his name. 100%.
His name. And honestly, his platform. His platform was pretty good. But he knows that the Democratic Party, who's speaking about democracy left and right, she has not been chosen by their party or their people.
Right.
She's just pushed up there. That makes no sense.
Right. She was not primaried.
She was not primaried. The Democrat voters, whoever you are, you guys had no choice. Mm-hmm. And I think that's wrong.
Well, and then she inherited, if that's the right word, Joe Biden's staff for his campaign, as well as his war chest.
Which I don't know if that's even legal.
All of this is confusing as fuck to me.
If you donated to Joe Biden and all of a sudden he drops out, would you want your money back? I feel like I'd want my money back.
Well, I guess, what are you donating to, right?
Joe Biden.
Well, does it say? I don't know.
I think so. It's like Joe Biden for president.
Made a political donation, to be honest with you. But is there anything on there that says funds will go to DNC? Should this person act of God kind of thing? I don't know.
Dementia for president.
Stop it.
What?
But
No diaper boy.
it's just interesting to me that Kennedy has now endorsed Trump when that wasn't his party, right? He is, I think he was the Democrat, or he tried to be the Democratic nominee.
He did.
So now he's going over to Trump. I feel like none of this makes sense.
It makes sense to me because his name is big, obviously. And he was just swept under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
He was betrayed by his own party.
Yep.
That screams and cries about democracy this, democracy that. But they go after their opponents with the legal system.
Mm-hmm.
Their rival political parties with the legal system. They sweep him under the rug, who is a contender for the nomination. It just, I mean, they did the same shit with Bernie Sanders.
Right.
They did the same exact thing. They screwed him. Because I truly think that he would have won the primary had they not faked it.
Yep. Pushed him out of the way.
The DNC back then with the Hillary versus Trump election, it wasn't good. Wasn't a good look for them either.
Mm-hmm.
It's strange. But yeah. Kennedy and Trump said that he's going to bring Kennedy on to help with the child illness pandemic that's going on, or epidemic that's going on, obesity, things of that nature. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because he's big into anti-big pharma.
Yes.
Things of that nature. Kennedy's platform is pretty money.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him a lot, and
Me
he's
too.
a big Bitcoiner. So that helps a lot. And Trump is now too, supposedly. He said that the U.S. should have a strategic reserve into Bitcoin.
Oh boy.
Let's
rocket
do
to
it.
the moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elon's rocket.
Mm-hmm.
And Elon just said that he will be happy to join Trump's cabinet too.
I had a shower thought that I want to share with you.
Oh, God. Shower thoughts with Lindz.
And Russ. We talk about the dumbest things sometimes, right?
All the
Just
time.
you and me. One of the things recently was that you keep saying that dogs are wolves.
They are.
They're descendants of wolves. They are not wolves.
I know that's not what I said. They were wolves at one time.
You keep saying that dogs are wolves. Anyways, regardless, if that's true, which I think we have finally settled on that is true, but they're descendants.
Yes.
Because they followed people around because they realized they had food. Hey, let me be friends with them.
Left scraps when they moved around because we were nomads. Nomads. We were nomads.
You have been on that
I know.
recently. You're
bad timing within a word. Doesn't make
your
sense.
Pronunciation, your emphasis.
And nomads.
Okay, but what did cats come from?
Pussy. I don't know.
Right? It's like what
I don't know.
if dogs are descendants of wolves, so cats are descendants of
but
lions?
dogs are opportunistic. Cats are assholes.
Right. Which cat decided, let's go be domestic? None
of them.
None.
They hate us.
Right. Okay, I'm glad we got that out of the way.
But yeah, I don't know. I think they were just always around killing shit. Cats are evil. I like them, but they're evil.
Yep.
They crack me up. We have Florida, obviously, temperament client.
Woo!
Temperament? Is that right?
Temperament. Why?
Temperate.
What are you trying to say? Tropical climate?
No, there's another one. Google that shit.
Tropical climate. Move on.
Okay, tropical climate. You can live outside year round. Jesus. Oh my God.
Okay. All right, we're back.
You can live outside year round. I mean, it does get cold, but there's cats everywhere down here.
Mm-hmm.
And when we drive into our neighborhood and stuff and get ready to pull in the driveway, these motherfuckers just staring at you. I'm like, they are plotting our deaths right now.
Yep. We have a big old tomcat in our house. Like, he is our house cat.
Oh, yeah. He's a big boy.
He plots our death.
Oh, yeah.
On a daily basis.
You'll look at him and he'll just be like eyeballing you like you. I'm like, I feed your ass. Okay?
Yep. But where did he come from? We'll never know.
It's lions.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Temperate.
Moving on.
What word is it?
Last food topic. Los Chapos.
Is that what it was called? Los Chapos tacos?
Yes. Now you're making me second guess myself, but yes.
It's a place in Ybor, which is
Tampa.
Which is in Tampa, and Brandon, which is in Tampa.
Los Chapos.
Holy crap. This isn't even a paid advertisement.
For any of the things we've talked about today.
No, but oh my God. This place was fairly priced. Mm-hmm. And it's a taco joint, right? Mm-hmm. And it wasn't like some sit down fancy ass restaurant. It was a regular old taco joint.
Taco shop.
We went in there. Well, first off, we were doing some errands and we saw boba tea.
Well, okay, back up even further. I had to bribe you to get out of the house by saying we were going to a coffee shop.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, okay, I'd go to a coffee shop. But so we did a bunch of errands, right? And then we wanted something to drink.
No coffee. No coffee.
Yeah, we didn't want, because Florida's hot. But we went to this boba place after our last stop doing errands, and we were like, yeah, let's get some cold boba. It'll be good, refreshing. And then you said, that taco place is over here. And I was like, whoa.
I get these notifications of things to do in Tampa all the time. And that is number one on the best food in the area.
Well, I said
all the time.
I said, you want boba or tacos? You're like, no, we don't have, we shouldn't go get tacos right now. We got to wait till we get paid, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, but I really want tacos. Mm-hmm. I want tacos. You're like, okay. I had to really twist your arm. So we went over there, and it's birria style tacos.
I mean, that's the meat, but
okay. But don't look at me like that. I'm not dumb.
I'm not dumb.
You look at it's a style of meat, okay?
I think it was the style of meat.
I don't know. Birria. Okay.
Yeah, those.
Yeah. We got that, and then we got a drowned sandwich.
Which was birria on grilled cheese. It was fucking awesome.
It was insane.
It was so good.
Like, I was looking at you. I thought you were crying in joy.
I was so happy to be there.
Me too. And the dude that worked behind the counter taking our order, he was singing.
He was cracking us up. He was in a good mood. Happy to be there.
Yep. Very good customer service, and the food came out quick. We got the dip. What did you call it? The Trip Dio.
I got the Trip Dios.
Yeah, triple or no, I don't. How do you say it? Trio dip. Well, she said dip trio, but yeah, we got that.
He knew though.
Yeah, he did. I said, "What did you say?" And he said, "I got it." But that was good. It came with guac, some salsa,
queso,
and queso.
It was so good.
That queso, man. I told Lindz that I was gonna drink it. I said, "Can you give me a spoon?" And
you don't like guacamole, so I ate all the guacamole.
Well, I tried it. It's not that
you don't like avocado.
I don't like avocado. It's a texture thing for me. It's not that it doesn't taste good, because it does taste okay. And that stuff was good. Did I eat more than one bite? No, but it was good. The salsa was good. I have nothing but positive things to say about it. Like, I am glad, but sad that they're not closer.
Yeah.
Glad because I would be 1,700 pounds. Sad because obviously we got to go kind of a drive to get to it. But it was good. I recommend it.
And even though I said, no, we should wait till we get paid to go get tacos, we got the tacos and the boba.
Yeah, we did both, because we kind of were fighting about it. Like, do we want boba or tacos? It was going to be one or the other. And we got both.
It was good. It was so good.
We decided that it's good for the soul.
It's so good.
Because our kiddo doesn't really like either one of those things. No. And it was kind of like a lunch date.
Oh, we're so cute.
Yeah, we got tacos and boba with lychee jellies.
It's amazing. It's a good day. It's a good day. And we got $50 of consignment clothes. Like, I was just rolling. I felt like I was on a roll.
Yes.
I think we did it.
We did. This is a long one.
And we're in our pajamas. Like, we are in our comfort clothes. First time doing it in a while. We did it.
And we're back.
Yep. Not doing that again.
And just for a little bit of a heads up on the next episode, it may come out a little bit early. Mm-hmm. This Wednesday.
Coming Wednesday.
Which is what? Well,
Wednesday is the 28th.
Wednesday, August 28th, 2024. We're going to be interviewing the creators of God Bless Bitcoin.
Yes.
It's a documentary about Bitcoin, and it's pretty educational about why our financial or monetary system is butchered and why Bitcoin is the better alternative.
Absolutely. It's actually very well produced.
It is.
I can't wait to dive into this.
Oh, yeah, me too. Especially with it's going to be a video podcast, too. They're going to call us via Zoom. So
nice.
Yep.
Well, on to the next.
Love you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Unfiltered Union podcast. If you liked what you heard today, be sure to hit that subscribe button to keep up with our latest episodes. Thanks for being a part of the Unfiltered Union family.